Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mount Vernon, Ohio, where we are here at Mount Vernon Nazarene University, home of the Cougars, where the New Albany Eagles are taking on the Northland Vikings in a district championship matchup. These two teams faced off in the same exact game just 1 year ago. New Albany came out on top in that game, 57-39. Northland looks to get revenge after their loss last season. New Albany on this season is 14-8, including their playoff win just last week against on Tuesday against Logan, 59-52 win. New Albany's a team that made it all the way to the regional championship last year, and they're looking to do it again and go the distance this time. Again, Northland lost to New Albany in the district championship back in 2025 and look to make waves and get an upset over the 3 seed. Northland not ranked too far under the Eagles, as they are the 4th seed in Region 7 of the Central Ohio Division. So both teams will head into their huddles as the national anthem is nearly underway here in Mount Vernon. So we will step aside and return once tip-off is underway. All right, welcome back to Mount Vernon, where once again Northland taking on the Eagles here at Mount Vernon and Nazarene University. We already took a look at New Albany. Let's take a look at the other side. Mount Vernon, or pardon me, Northland. They're one of the highest scoring offenses in all of Ohio with 62 points per game. They are currently on a 7-game win streak and are looking to extend it with a win over New Albany here today. They got to this point with their win over Franklin Heights, which wasn't very difficult, not very testing of an opponent, as they were 0-22 and now 0-23. New Albany, after dropping their final 2 games of the regular season to Hilliard Darby and Westerville Central, they got a big win against Logan on Monday, and look to head back to the regional semifinal for the 2nd season in a row. The winner of this game will face off against the winner of Licking Heights and Westerville Central tonight, as we take a look at our schedule for today in the in Region 7. You've got this game at 6 p.m., Northland versus New Albany. And then in Watkins, you've got Watkins Memorial versus Westerville North. Then you've got Westerville Central and Licking Heights. And if you're New Albany, you don't really know who you're hoping for. 0-2 against Westerville Central, really their kryptonite this season. So do you want the higher seed, or do you want another shot at Westerville Central? Then Westerville South and Big Walnut take each other on at 8:15. So the winner of Northland and New Albany will face off against the winner of Westerville Central and Licking Heights, while the winner of Watkins Memorial and Westerville North will face off against Westerville South and Big Walnut. All of these 8 teams still in contention for the regional championship. And both teams here in this battle look to get just a step closer, as both teams introducing their rosters, as we will take a look at each team's rosters as well. So for the Vikings, their superstar is Deontay James, the senior of the squad, has made 37 three-pointers this season, which is first in their conference, 114 field goals, which is tied for first in their conference, and averages 16.3 points per game. New Albany's defense is going to have to be on lockdown to stop this young man, because he is absolutely electric. And now for the Eagles, superstar Marco Matucci, once again looking for a state championship in his final season here with New Albany before he heads off to Toledo to play collegiate basketball. As both teams are out on the court, as we are about to get underway here in Mount Vernon. Owen Emberagu and Evan Murfield going for the tip-off. It's up and away, and Northland's able to come away with it. So it's Deontay James who will take it into enemy territory. Charlie Johnson now with it, and now right wing. He's got Emberagu. Emberagu heads towards the left elbow, and a shot from James. Back out to James from the left wing, and he's able to knock it down for an early 3-point score for Northland. As now Caden Kistner with it for the Eagles at the top of the key. Left corner, it's Kelby Martin. He drives inside, loses it, but Matucci's able to pick it up. Matucci at the free throw line will pass back out to Kolar, who drives inside. Kolar with the floater. It's able to take a New Albany bounce down and in. So both teams with one possession able to get on the board. 3-2 is our score with 7 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Deontay James with it for Northland. Now Charlie Johnson back to James on the right side, way past the three-point line. Johnson again at the logo, calling for an ISO with Martin on him. Now at the left wing. He finds James. James at the top of the key. It's passed out to Slade. Slade from the left wing creeps back towards half court. Slade drives towards the left elbow. Now it's Mbaragu back to Slade, who's at the free throw line. Hits a little shimmy inside, and Slade with a 2-point score. Five to 3 with 6 minutes remaining. Kolar on the left wing for the Eagles. Back to Kistner at the logo. Kistner heads towards the right wing. Kistner now to Martin in the corner. Back to Kistner. Kistner to Kolar, who's wide open. Calls for a screen. Won't get one. Still with it now. Kistner from the right wing will pull up, and it's off the front of the rim and out. James comes away with the rebound for the Vikings. Heading the other way. Just takes it to the left wing and continues to dribble with his left hand. Gets a screen. Now Slade heads towards the free throw line. Kistner tries to draw it free off the backboard. Matucci comes away with the miss. Martin now in the left wing to Kolar in the left corner. Swinging it around to Matucci. Now it's Kistner and then Murfield down low. Murfield, jab it step, and it's blocked. Mbaragu swiftly hands it off to James, who will take it the other way for the Vikings. 5 minutes remain. Mbaragu, step back, deep two. Won't hit, and it's off the glass. And Martin comes away with it for New Albany. Martin will try to respond with a three-pointer of his own from the top of the key. And that one off target. So James will take it for Northland. Mid-range shot from the right elbow is good with 4:41 remaining. Vikings take a commanding 7-3 lead. Kolar for three from the left wing, and he's got it. Easy one for Cam Kolar there, not really contested. Now James will just hold it at that mid-court line with 4 minutes remaining in this first quarter. James just hands it off to Johnson. Right back to James it goes, who gets a screen, head towards the left wing with Murfield mirroring his every move. Still with it, dribbling with his right hand back towards half court. Talking it over with his coach on the sideline, Rob Hayes. And now he will fire towards the right wing. The shot is up, and it's no good by Mayor Franklin. And now it's Martin on the right wing. Fires towards the opposite side. He's got Kistner, who drives back out to Martin from the right corner and won't hit the three ball. Murfield trying to come away with the rebound, and it's jarred loose as James will take it down again for Northland. From the left wing, he will stagger, looking for an opportunity. He'll find Franklin, who's trying to direct traffic at the top of the key. Now it's Slade. Back to James. Now it's Slade again on the right wing. Little haywire pass there, trying to get it to Franklin, but able to recover as Franklin with it on the right wing. They'll work it around to Mbagru, who Matucci tries to swipe it away from as a three-point shot from the right wing for Major Franklin again, as Matucci comes away with the miss. And now Kistner from the right wing will hold on to it. Back to Matucci. Now Kistner again on the right wing. Bounce pass to Kolar from the short corner. Inside, he's got Murfield. Murfield, stutter step, won't go. Kistner gets the rebound. Kistner's shot is in. Sorry, we're having technical difficulties with our scoreboard. 7-all here with 2:10 remaining in Mount Vernon. James with it for the Vikings. Trying to tell his offense where to go. And now Mbagru on the left wing. Slade on the left corner. And Matucci with great defense there. Pass was forced out. And James will take it at half court. 1:42 remain. 7-all is our score. James heads towards the top of the key, gets a screen. Back towards Mbagru at the same spot. Pulls up from the left elbow. And Martin able to come away with the board. Kistner drives inside quickly. Now it's Murfield. Back out to Kistner from the right corner. Caden Kistner. What a shot. 1:16 remain in New Albany. It was 7-2 at one point. They've got an 8-0 scoring run. A minute remains. Slade with it at the top of the key. Now it's Franklin to Johnson. Now to James on the left wing. Heads towards the middle of the court. Step back three-pointer. Takes a New Albany bounce out of the hoop. And a foul on the rebound attempt there by Johnson. So it will be New Albany basketball. Matucci gets it to Kistner. 43 seconds remain. Martin now on the right wing. Back to Kistner on the opposite side. They continue to exchange passes. Kistner now finds Kolar in the corner. Back to Kistner. Kistner trying to look for an opportunity. Back out to Kolar. Kolar can't get it to go. Kistner now Matucci with it. Down inside he finds Murfield to Martin from the top of the key. Martin for three. And Murfield with the putback. That one went around the world and out. 13 seconds remaining, but Murfield able to get the putback. James will take it down. Most likely going to be the last possession of this first quarter. 12-7 is our score. James heads towards the middle of the court. Takes a deep three ball, and that one is short. And New Albany, what a run to end that first quarter. 12-7 is our score. The Eagles with a 5-point lead. And they turn the tide, giving the Vikings a taste of their own medicine. The Eagles were down 5 about halfway through that first quarter. But they really locked in, focused up. And now it's the opposite. They've got that 5-point lead. So after once again, 12-7 is our score. My name is Zach Flowers. Thank you for joining us on EBN here tonight in Mount Vernon Nazarene University. And it's just gone the Eagles' way in that first quarter. Didn't start off hot. Turned on the Jets and take the lead. If we look at the stats this season for both teams, the Vikings regular season record 15-6, second in their conference, and are on a 7-game win streak. While New Albany 13-8, second in their conference as well, and are 3-2 in their last 5 games. So both teams will head back out onto the battlefield as this second quarter is about to get underway. It will be New Albany basketball inbounding it from half court. And Caden Kistner is on the receiving end, so he will take it into enemy territory to begin this second quarter. Kistner to Martin from the right wing. Bounce pass inside to Murfield. Back out to Martin. Martin drives towards the right baseline. They'll work it around to Matucci from the left wing. He'll take the three-point shot. And that one off of the side of the rim and no good. And there's a foul on the floor on the Eagles, their first team foul of the quarter. So after the miss by Matucci, James, the superstar here for the Vikings, will take it now. Now it's Johnson on the right wing. Oh, and Martin jarred it free. Martin heading the other way. A fast break opportunity, an easy laying off the glass for Kelby Martin. First points of the second quarter come off a fast break steal by Martin. What a play. So now James at the top of the key. Finds Johnson on the right wing. Steps back towards the center court. And Baragu, opposite side, he's got Franklin. Franklin drives inside, off the glass, and in. 14-9 is our score. 6:50 remain in this second quarter. Kistner and Matucci exchange passes. Now it's Martin. Alley-oop attempt, and he's got it! The signature there from Marco Matucci and Caden Kistner. They've done it all season long. These past couple games, it feels like teams have known it's coming, and it hasn't worked in their advantage. But Matucci will get a personal foul for his celebration of bumping into Major Franklin. But yeah, Kistner from center court lobs it up to Matucci, running down from the right corner. And their signature alley-oop play. These two seniors' connection has been lethal this season, and it continues tonight. But James, after the personal foul, will head to the line, or pardon me, technical foul, and that free throw is good. So one more pending. And the second, he nails it. So although the alley-oop, James and the Vikings get it right back after Matucci's technical foul and free throws. New Albany not looking staggered at all as they continue to clap their hands on defense. Now it's Slade with it for the Vikings on the right wing. Pulls up from the right elbow. That mid-range shot off the mark, and Matucci heading the other way. Trying to hit a quick fast break. Down inside to Kistner. Kistner with the floater. Won't go. Murfield can't get the rebound, but it will be Mbaragu for the Vikings. Now it's James on the right wing. 6 minutes remain. 16-11 is our score. James still with it. Gets a screen from Mbaragu. Heads towards the left elbow. Spins. Back out to Franklin on the left wing. They'll work it around to Mbaragu on the right wing. Now back to James. They'll slow this offense down, directing traffic. Franklin will head towards the basket. James still with it. Gonna fire for Mbaragu on the left wing. Three-point shot won't go. And Matucci able to come away with the rebound. Johnson trying to get the basketball. And now Matucci from the left elbow will find Kolar. Kolar trying to get inside. He finds Murfield down low. Murfield's layup is off the glass. Too much on it. And out. 5:18 remains. 16-11. The scoring has seemingly stopped these past 2 minutes here in Mount Vernon. James with it. Gets a screen from Mbaragu. Heads towards the left side of the court. Franklin will take the shot, and there's a foul on the floor. And it will be New Albany basketball. So it will be on Owan Mbaragu. So the Vikings' first team foul and another foul. As Matucci was trying to take it down the court, Johnson a little too much contact. So the second foul as Matucci's given Johnson some words. So Matucci will again inbound it. He's got Kistner. And Johnson isn't even going for Kistner. He's just following Matucci's every move down the court. Murfield now with it on the short right corner. Back to Martin, wide open three, and it's short from the right wing, but able to come away with the rebound is Kolar. Now it's Matucci. Kistner down inside, he's got Murfield. Murfield, the physical layup won't go, and Murfield has really struggled from inside the paint here today. Only one basket make for him with 4:35 remaining in this first half. Martin now, after the inbound. Kolar will take the shot from the top of the key and way off the mark. Airballs it. There's not many fans here today. It's a long trip for both teams, so no real student section. But you can definitely hear the air balls coming from back home. James heads towards the right elbow for the Vikings. 4 minutes remain. Finds Franklin on the left wing, and it's going to be a travel for Franklin. So New Albany, again, a turnover off of a foul. And once again, 4 minutes remain, Eagle basketball. Troutner, the three-point shooter, subbing in for Martin. From the left wing, finds Kistner at the logo. Kistner directing traffic, now it's Troutner on the right wing. Finds Kistner in the corner. Down inside, he's got Murfield. 2 men inside, and it's blocked by Slade. Rejected, and Emberagu with a slam! Oh my goodness! It's electric! What a play! Matsucci to Kistner on the left wing for New Albany. 3 minutes, 26 remain. Kistner from the left elbow. The mid-range shot won't go. And Murfield trying to come away with the rebound is tripped up. And a timeout by New Albany. Unbelievable. What a play. Slade found Emberagu wide open on the fast break. And Emberagu punishing this Eagles defense. 16-13 is our score here in Mount Vernon with 3:18 left to play. Eagles call a timeout, so both teams will head to their respective benches. If we take a look at New Albany this season, an interesting stat is that 7 of their 8 losses were by 6 points or less, with the one exception being a 19-point loss at Miami Trace earlier this season. 7 of their 8 losses, they didn't score over 47 points, with, again, that one exception being a 60-point loss to Hilliard Darby in their final regular season game. In their wins, they have never scored below 45 points. So that's a number to keep your eye on, 45 and 47. So James will find Franklin of the Vikings on the right wing. It's Johnson now, same side. Back to Slade on the opposite side. Slade drives towards the left baseline, puts up a floater and won't go. And now it's Matsucci taking it the other way. Johnson tracking his every move. Now he heads inside to Kolar. He finds down low, and it's a foul on the shot attempt. So Kolar will head to the line. First trip to the line today for either team, besides the Deontay James free throws off of the Marco Matsucci technical foul. So 2:44 remains, and Kolar with 2 free throws to his name. First one is good. And he will look to take his second. Remy Troutner will sub back in for the Eagles. And he drains his second one. 18-13 as we resume play with 2:40 remaining. Franklin on the right wing for the Vikings. Finds James. James heads towards the left side of the court. Still way beyond the arc. Bounce pass inside to Emberagu. Puts up the mid-range shot from just beyond the left baseline, and it again can't hit. Now Kistner from the left wing as the Eagles quickly take it down. Kolar on the left corner. Finds Troutner, and they'll work it around way up to Kistner, who's at the logo. 2 minutes remain. Kolar, it's jarred free from behind. Slade comes away with it now. Mbaragu from the left corner, driving inside. Back out to James from the left wing. James, that one just too far to the right. Now Matucci will try to respond with a fast break opportunity of his own. Heads inside, way up off the glass. The and one as well. Matucci. Physical is what you call that. And he is such a physical player. He loves to do that. Draws the most fouls of any player on the Eagles and continues to thrive at the free throw line. So his free throw for the three-point play, he's got it. James will take it slowly down for the Vikings. 1:42 remains. 21-13 is our score. James staggered at the logo. Now hits Johnson, who heads towards the left side. Back to Slade. Now it's James again on the right wing. James gets a screen. Heading inside. James, it's blocked by Murfield. And nobody can get an easy bucket here today. The big men are thriving with these blocks, Murfield and Mbaragu. So the inbound to Slade. Slade puts it up, and Slade an easy layup from inside. So now Kolar from the left wing finds Kistner, who will head towards the right side of the court, way beyond the three-point line. Finds Troutner now. Troutner back to Kistner on the left side. Kolar back to Kistner at the top of the key, who drives inside, back out to Kolar from the left wing. He's got Matucci, who has just stepped back towards the center line. 50 seconds remain in this first half. Kistner finds Kolar. Kolar back to Kistner. All movement happening way near half court. Kistner takes a step inside the three-point line. Now Troutner on the opposite side from the left corner. Remy Troutner bangs it in. 23 seconds remain as James looks to make this the last possession for both teams in this first half. 15 seconds remain. James still staggered at the three-point or at half court. Now it's Slade back to James at the top of the key. Mbaragu on the left wing. Drives inside. Mbaragu. It's swiped away by Murfield. 1 second remains. Matucci with the half-court shot. And it's off of the top of the glass and bounces out. 24-15 after this first half here in Mount Vernon. Eagles lead by 9. It was 12-7 after 1. 5-point differential. Eagles put it at 9. And I like to look back on last season. Again, these two teams played each other before. Just over a year ago in this same exact game, the district championship, when New Albany dominated Northland 57-39. And it was looking like early on in that first quarter that it was going to be the opposite. That Northland was just going to run away with it. It was 7-2. The Eagles were struggling offensively, defensively. Every shot that Northland was putting up was going in. That's really what was happening. But the Eagles again turning around. And now lead by 9. So a big opportunity to come out in this second half and really just extend the lead. Now it's going to be a tough task for the Vikings to come back from this one. They're a team that averages 62 points per game and only allows 49. And while they're on track to allow that 49-48 range, with the Eagles having 24 points on the day, but their offense is really going to have to pick it up. They had 7 in that first quarter, 8 in that second. While again, New Albany, 12 in both quarters as they continue to dominate. The Vikings in neutral zone games have not been at their best. They're 0-3 this season and try to get their first win. And they have, on paper, when you look at the teams, the averages, the scores that they put up all season long, you would think that Northland would come in here and run away with this game. However, it's their strength of schedule that is a little worrisome. Their opponents' combined record, 214 and 275, a 43% win rate. While for New Albany, they're a team that averages 54 points per game. And again, I brought up that stat. They've never won a game where they have scored more or less than 45 points. And 24 points through the first half. They're on pace to beat that by just by just 3 points with 48. As, again, we will take a look at the stats. You can take a look at on your screen. Northland, an impressive positive 269-point differential. And in this past 7-game win streak, their average margin that they've won by is 25 points. So they're not just beating their team by 1 or 2 points. They're not getting lucky wins. They're getting dominant, electric wins on the road, at home, and they did it against Franklin Heights. We saw in that 70-39 final score in the district semifinal to get to this point. And now New Albany, a similar defensive stat line. New Albany is actually one of the best defenses in all of Ohio. 46 points allowed per game, one of the lowest in the state. So about 6 minutes remain in this halftime break as I will step aside. But stay tuned for the second half action here in Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Mount Vernon Nazarene University, where the second half of this matchup between the Northland Vikings and New Albany Eagles is about to get underway. Current score 24-15 after 2 full quarters, with 16 total minutes of game time left to play to determine the winner of the district championship. And I'd just like to say, if you're watching from home, thank you so much for listening. And go check out our Instagram at New Albany Broadcasting Club in the spring season. We're looking to do more games, more sports, not just basketball. We're going to do boys, girls, lacrosse, tennis, and baseball. So stay tuned for those updates on matchups and whatnot, which you can all find on our Instagram page. Again, at New Albany Broadcasting Club. Once again, my name is Zach Flowers, and thank you for listening to BN. A lot on the line here tonight. It's win or go home. Whoever wins this one is moving on to the regional semifinal and will take on the winner of Licking Heights in Westerville Central. Westerville Central's team is actually sitting right next to me. So, hey guys. But both teams head back out onto the battlefield as this second half is about to get underway here in Mount Vernon. So it will be Vikings ball to begin this third quarter as James will take it for the Vikings. Now it's Slade from the right wing. Johnson, same spot. Back to James, who finds Mbaragu driving inside on Murfield. Down low, off the glass, won't go. Slade gets the rebound. Oh no, Kistner able to draw it free. Now Caden Kistner on the fast break opportunity heads towards the left wing. Down inside, he's got Murfield. Murfield backs down his defender, but a charge inside. So this one's heading the other way. Murfield's really struggled on those layup attempts early in this game, and he will continue that struggle, as although the make won't count. And with 7:35 remaining, 24-15 is the score. It will be Viking basketball as they will tend to the court, and we are back to playing some basketball. James will take it down the left side of the court for the Vikings. Now it's Slade on the right wing. Finds Johnson, who will head towards that spot. They'll work it around to Mbaragu. Mbaragu driving inside. Mbaragu spins off of the front of the rim. And Slade again comes away with the rebound. Back out to James. James pump fakes. Finds Slade in the corner. Slade from the left corner won't hit. And it will be out on Murfield. So it will stay Vikings basketball as the ball flew out of bounds. As both Murfield and Mbaragu were fighting to get the board. Neither will, but it will stay Vikings basketball. So Slade off the inbound will take it from the right elbow, won't hit. And Kolar trying to get the rebound. Franklin tried to fight him away from it. And now Matucci on the fast break opportunity won't hit the Circus Olay layup. And now James for the Vikings. Spin move from the right baseline. That one falls. What a shot. What a move. 24-19 is our score, with 6:35 remaining. Or pardon me, 17. So Kistner from the left wing. Now Kolar from the left corner. Back to Kistner from the left wing. They continue to exchange passes. Kistner will take it now and head towards the right side of the court, way beyond the three-point line. Now it's Matucci with it. Matucci finds Kistner on the right wing. Kistner trying to make a move on Franklin. Will just have to pass it to Matucci. And Kistner now back with it near the center line. 5:30 remains. Now Kolar on the left wing finds Matucci. Back out to Kistner. Kistner, the deep two, won't hit as that one fell off the rim. Kolar came away with the rebound and a foul on the Vikings as well. Their first of the quarter. Both teams now with one. 5:43 remains. 24-17 is our score. Matucci out the inbound. We'll try to find Martin inside, and it's off on Slade. And Kelby Martin, Matucci thought he was open, but Slade was there to cover the passing lane. Now off the inbound. Matucci found down low, and Matucci off the glass and lays it in. As we're having technical difficulties with our scoreboard, but you could always just listen to my voice. 26-17 is our score. Franklin from the left wing. Now it's Mbaragu taking a trip inside, and it's a charge as Matucci again. He's a merchant with those foul calls. Again, he draws the most offensively and defensively, probably in all of Ohio. He is excellent. So 5:15 remains. It's Eagle basketball as Matucci and Martin exchange passes. Kistner back with it. Martin heads towards the left baseline, trying to float it in. That one falls off. And Mbaragu for the Vikings. Now it's James. James on the right wing. James trying to make a move on Kistner. Mbaragu on the left wing. Drives inside. Mbaragu, a little Euro step. And pins that one in. And a foul on the floor as the Eagles were quickly trying to take it down with 4:38 remaining. As it's a foul on Slade. Kolar, they're going to call it a shooting foul as he was down low inside. So Kolar will head to the line to shoot two. Was 2 for 2 on his first trip, and now is 3 for 3 after that make. Kolar's been automatic from the line on his first three. Can he make it 4? He will. Again, we're having issues with our scoreboard. So, again, just 28-19 is our score. James with it for the Vikings at the top of the key. Finds Johnson, who will head towards the left side. Now it's Slade heading back right. All movement happening beyond the arc. James will take it from the left elbow. Immediately pulls up, and an easy 2-ball for James. So Kistner now with 4 minutes. Hands off to Matucci. And Johnson, Charlie Johnson has been following Matucci all day long. It's like a little kid following his dad. So Kistner now with it, trying to direct traffic. Finds Troutner on the right wing. Troutner still with it. They'll swing it all the way around to Kolar, and now Troutner on the left wing. Troutner, bounce pass inside to Matucci from the free throw line. Matucci trying to make a move, and it will be a foul on Johnson as all of the Northland fans were looking for a travel from Matucci, but he won't get it. So Kistner will find Kolar on the right wing. Kistner back with it at the logo. Kistner heads towards the right wing. Finds Kolar back to Kistner. Now it's Matucci on the left wing. Now Murfield. Zips it inside to Matucci and off the glass. An easy layup. And timeout New Albany after the basket make by Marco Matucci. What a play. And New Albany just continues to pass it around way beyond the arc. Even Evan Murfield, who's the big man, receiving some of those passes as well. So the Eagles take a 9-point lead. It was a 9-point differential at the end of that first half, and it stays that way. 30-21 is our score. 3 minutes and 18 seconds remain in this third quarter. And about 11 minutes remain in total game time. So Matucci and Cam Kolar both with 9 for New Albany, while James has 11 for the Vikings. And out of the timeout, it will be Vikings basketball. Once again, 3:18 remaining, 30-21 is our score. Eagles lead by 9. Johnson will roll it up the court to James, who will just slowly walk by the ball. Not going to pick it up just yet, and about a foot before half court, he will. So Slade, Johnson, and James all exchange passes. James gets a screen, now on the left elbow. James trying to maneuver inside, funnels it in off the backboard, and the foul call. James now 13 points on the night. What a score. And this kid has been electric all season long. And well, we're seeing a human highlight reel through these first 2.5 quarters. However, he can't put in the layup, but it's an own basket. Unbelievable. Matucci tried to go up for the rebound. It tipped off his fingers, and it went in for the Vikings. So Matucci will laser it in from the free throw line and makes up for his mistake immediately. So now Johnson from the left wing. They'll swing it around to Mugarabu. Mbaragu, pardon me. James at the logo, just holding on to it. Finds Slade, Johnson, and James again all exchange passes. Mbaragu on the left wing. Johnson, James. Slade cutting across towards the right wing. James still with it. Now Slade heads towards the left. Johnson heads towards the right. James. Mbaragu on the left wing. Heads inside. Mbaragu forced out by Murfield, but trying again. And it's jarred loose, and Kistner comes away with it for the Eagles. Kistner heads towards the left wing. Kolar was wide open in the right corner, was calling for it, didn't get it, and now Troutner on the left wing. Right back to Kistner, way back at half court. Now finds Kolar. Now Matucci. Troutner on the left wing. Opposite side, he's got Kistner, and now Matucci. Matucci heads towards half court. And they'll swing it around to Kistner down low. He's got Matucci. Now Kolar in the foul. And the make. Another and one. As Cam Kolar will head to the line for the third time today. 1:30 remains. 34-25 is our score. Eagles lead by once again 9. Kolar will try to extend it to the largest margin of the day with his 5th free throw make, and he will. Automatic from the line, 5 for 5 for Cam Kolar. He's got 12 on the night and is the leading scorer for these Eagles. James to Johnson on the left wing. Now it's Slade, same side. Back to Johnson. Franklin opposite side. Tries to step back, heads towards the top of the key, and now it's James with it on the left wing. With Troutner defending his every move, he will try to drive inside towards the left baseline. Jab step inside, and the floater is good. Just simply putting it up over Troutner. Troutner, not the tallest guy. It's going to be pretty easy to do. 44 seconds remain. Now Kistner finds Troutner way beyond the arc near half court. Back to Kistner on the right side. Near the center line. Troutner on the right wing. Will step back towards half court with James forcing him there. And now Murfield back to Kistner. Finds Kolar on the opposite side. 22 seconds remain. It looks like New Albany will try to make this the last possession. Kolar wide open on the left wing. Won't take the shot. And now finding Matucci on the right elbow. Matucci will put up the shot. Matucci has got it. That one took a couple New Albany bounces, finally finding the rim, and now Slade for 3. Slade from the right corner, the buzzer beater at the end of this third quarter. What a shot! So the Vikings, after that three-point make, will cut the lead to 7. It was a 5-point differential at the end of the first, then 9 after the first half, and now 7. So the Eagles, at the end of the third, lead in what a game it has been. Feels like we're either seeing the offense is completely on or the offense is completely off. So they could go multiple possessions with no scoring, or multiple possessions where they're just, feels like they're just chucking up shots and anything hits, especially that Deontay James shot where he legit scooped it underhand off the glass and in, picked up the foul as well. And what a game he's having, 15 on the night. Leading scorer between both teams. And for the Eagles, you've got Kolar leading the scoring for New Albany, and Matucci with 11, just 1 point behind Kolar's 12. So one more quarter remains. One team is heading home back to Columbus with their heads down. And we're 8 minutes away from the result. As coming out of this third quarter break, it will be New Albany basketball. New Albany looking for their second straight district championship and look to do it for the second time against Northland. So the ref before the inbound is giving some words to some Vikings players. As now we finally resume play. As Kistner being half full court pressed by James. Now it's Martin. Kolar on the right wing. Down inside, he's got Matucci. Matucci fumbles the ball, and Johnson able to come away with it. Now James will receive and take it down the court for the Vikings. Mbaragu drives right down the baseline. Easy layup for Mbaragu, wide open. Nobody was there for the Eagles. Felt like they all looked at him, said, you go get him, and nobody did. So a timeout by New Albany with 7:37 left in this fourth quarter. It will be Eagles possession coming out of the timeout. It's a 5-point game. And when we look at New Albany this season, it's been an interesting little, I guess, run for them this year. They've won 14 games this season with an average margin of 16 points. But they've lost 8 games by an average of under 5 points. I mean, this team is genuinely one of the most one-possession teams in Ohio this season. It was a 9-point difference at the end of that first half. And Deontay James of the Vikings, hyping up his teammate, Charlie Johnson. Let's make some noise. So here we go. The inbound to Martin. The Vikings. Full court pressing these Eagles as Martin will work it down inside enemy territory. Martin finds Kistner way back near half court. Kistner trying to direct traffic. 2 Vikings will head his way as he'll find Kolar back near the same spot. Kistner towards the right side. They'll work it around to Martin on the left wing. Opposite side, it's Kistner. Back to Kolar. It hits him in the head, and Johnson is there to pick it up. To Slade now on the left wing. Franklin with the three-point shot won't go. And now Kistner comes away with the rebound. That last possession for the Eagles. Kolar just not ready to receive again from Kistner. As Kistner, what a move. Back out to Martin. Martin, air ball, but Kolar comes away with the rebound and the second chance points. Cam Kolar puts the lead at 9. Or pardon me. I think they're having some scoreboard issues as well. Yeah, they're talking it over, looking at it. And there you go. Yes. So it is 32-39. Eagles lead by 7 here in Mount Vernon. It was a timeout by Northland New Albany. And with 6:38 remaining, both teams will head back out there. It will be Viking basketball, as James will take it for the Vikings. James trying to direct traffic, yelling at his team, still dribbling back and forth between that left and right hand, way back near the center line. Now takes it towards the right wing. Now Slade on the right opposite side. And Franklin tried to receive in the left corner, and the ball was just way too far away from his left hand, and he couldn't get it. So it will be Eagle basketball. Kistner with Slade digging into him. Finds Martin as the Eagles will step into Northland territory. Martin finds Kolar on the right wing. Kolar, the ball is jarred free. Everybody jumping for it. It's a scramble. And it's easily going to be a jump ball. And it will be Northland basketball after the jump ball goes in their favor. So Coach Casey fuming on the sidelines, as obviously a frustrating possession, as it is a turnover for the Eagles, as he continues to give the ref some words. As we've hit a stoppage of play here with 5:58 remaining, as they will tend to the court. 39-32, 5:58 is the difference. And Slade on the right wing finds James, who will head towards the right side. Slade again on the right wing. Inside, he's got Mbaragu. And it's out of bounds, as it looked like Matucci was the one to poke it out. And it will stay Northland basketball. 5:43 remaining in this fourth quarter. It's a 7-point difference as the Eagles lead. James lobs it up to Franklin on the right side of the court. And now James immediately comes to receive it on the right wing. James from the free throw line. James fouled on the shot attempt, so he will head to the line. Nearly had another and one. That one just missed. But James, he's got 15 on the night, and he will look to extend that, as the foul was on Caden Kistner, as the first free throw is perfect. Once again, we're having issues with our scoreboard. 39-33 is the score, with one more James free throw pending. And that one will not have the same result as the first, but it will be out of bounds on Franklin as he tried to get the rebound. but just couldn't. And so, once again, Eagle basketball. Murfield, right back to Kistner. Kistner trying to take it into enemy territory. James being very physical. Now on the left wing to Matucci. Matucci trying to make work of Johnson, Kistner, Kolar. All movement on the right side of the court now. Kolar drives inside. Kolar fouled on the shot. Kolar from the paint just tried to underhand it in off the backboard. And the foul called on Tubbs. So his first of the day. As Kolar again knocks another one down. 40-33 is our score. He's 6 for 6 here today. Another one. 7 for 7, Cam Kolar. He's got 16 points, nearly half of those coming from the line. So James with it now on the right wing. Takes a long three, and that one hits the back rim, dies, but Johnson able to come in with the rebound and the putback. 41-35 with 4:44 remaining. Martin near half court finds Kistner, who will take it at the same spot. Now Martin, opposite side, he's got Kolar. Matucci on the left wing. They'll swing it around to Kolar on the right side. Down low, he's got Matucci on the drive. And Matucci sliced his way inside. 43-35. And Baragu will respond with the easy layup inside over Murfield. 4 minutes remain. Both teams exchanging baskets. Martin being pushed back near half court. Hits Kistner, who will dig into his defender. Finds Matucci. Matucci at the top of the key. Going to try to drive inside. Johnson will not allow anything to get past him here today. Oh, and Martin received. Kistner tripped Slade up. And Kistner's down on the court. Oh, my goodness. This one will be in favor of the Vikings, but Kistner, he's been dealing with a foot injury, and he's able to get up with help of Kelby Martin, and he will stay on the court. 3:45 remaining, and I guess that foul was actually on Kelby Martin, so he will head to the bench. Just a wild sequence of events. It seems like Martin and Slade just kind of hit each other as Martin was going for the ball. But I guess the defender's always going to get that call. So James at the top of the key. Still with it. Gets a screen from Mbaragu. Doesn't take it from the left elbow. That one won't go. Matucci gets the rebound for the Eagles. Kolar hits Kistner. Slade hard pressing him. Oh, and he loses the ball. Slade will take it. Slade the slam! Unreal. It's a 4-point game. And a foul on the inbound. What is happening? 3:05 remains as the clock stops after a foul and a timeout by New Albany. So the Vikings, they were at 1 point down 10. Now the difference is just 4. Again, pardon us for our scoreboard issues. It's not 39-32 anymore. It's 43-39. So I will actually remove that scoreboard for you to erase confusion and put our Instagram handle back up. Again, if you want to go follow us on Instagram during this spring sports season, We've got a lot of New Albany sports action coming your way. So stay tuned for updates on our Instagram page at New Albany Broadcasting Club. As coming out of the timeout, it will stay New Albany basketball. But this Vikings full court press is really giving the Eagles some trouble. As Kistner lost it and Slade again, the punishing slam dunk. As again, 3:05 remains here in Mount Vernon. Kistner will walk it into enemy territory. Finds Matucci. Now it's Kohler on the right side. Kistner on the right wing. They'll swing it back around to Matucci. Now Kistner with it. Kohler and Kistner continue to exchange passes near half court. Now hitting a different man. It's Troutner on the left wing. Now just right back to Kistner. 2:33 remains. It's a 4-point game. 43-39. Matucci with it on the right wing. Matucci trying to make Mbaragu miss. Can't do so. Receives from Kistner after the quick pass. And now Kistner on the right wing. Kistner heading inside. And a foul on the floor. As it will be on what looks like Mylon Tucker. So another timeout. It will be a 32nd by Northland with 2:14 remaining. Again, we're sorry for our scoreboard issues, but the score 43-39. Eagles lead by 4 with 2:14 remaining. New Albany's offense has really been in a standstill in the later half of this fourth quarter as the Vikings defense, it's been steal after steal and have really dominated in this fourth quarter. But will it be enough to make the comeback win and upset the Eagles? So out of the timeout, it will be New Albany basketball already inside Northland territory. Kistner will find Troutner from the right wing. Troutner will step inside. Now finds Matucci. Matucci heads back towards half court with Johnson mirroring his every move. Pass out to Troutner. Now it's Matucci again. Matucci heading inside. Matucci back out to Kolar on the left wing. Kolar drive, and from the left elbow, it's good. 45-39 with 1:46. Mbaragu and James exchange passes from the left and right wing. Now on the left wing with James. Gets a screen. Doesn't take it. Mbaragu now at the top of the key with 1:36 remaining. Driving inside. Puts it off the backboard, and the gym went silent as he just took a couple steps inside down that left baseline. 46-41 as that ball goes haywire out of bounds as Matucci was trying to get it to Murfield. So with 1:21 left, it will be Vikings basketball 45-41. 4 points is the difference. Vikings with a huge possession here. The Eagles needing a huge stop as their small student section is getting loud. Mbaragu on the right wing. Now it's James on the left. He'll get a screen. He won't take it. Step back. 3 ball. Can't hit. Murfield gets the rebound for the Eagles. Gets smothered and is able to pass it out to Kistner. Kistner now with it. And a foul. Mayor Franklin. So his 4th foul of the day. As it will be Eagle basketball with 51 seconds remaining. He'll find Matucci. The half-court pass and the slam! Dunk! Marco Matucci. 6 points, 47-41. 45 seconds remain. James gets a screen, heads inside. James off the backboard and in. Timeout, Northland. A whole lot going on as James with his 18th point of the night. Holy cow. 39 seconds. 47-43. Eagles lead by 4. Matucci with the slam off the deep inbound pass. And then the response quickly by Deontay James. It's been a great game. Vikings really trying to make that comeback attempt. Again, I go back to earlier in this game when they were down 10 points. It was looking grim. And now they've put it to just 4. It's going to still be a tall task. 39 seconds remaining. 4 fouls for the Vikings, so they're just Eagles are just 1 away from the bonus. While New Albany only with 2. So the Vikings, first team out of the huddle. But the 5 out there will head into a small huddle of their own and talk over their offensive game plan. And in the current timeout, New Albany will call another timeout. And both teams now with 1 remaining. We looked at the Eagles' interesting stat from earlier today that they have never won when scoring under 45 points. However, 7 of their 8 games they have won when they have scored over 47. They've got 47 points right now. Their team that has allowed their opponents to just 46. Northland may beat that out here today as they've got 43 with still 39 seconds remaining. So it will be New Albany basketball heading out of the Northland and Eagle timeout. As Kistner and Matucci seemingly arguing with the ref about where the inbound should be, but he will take it from behind their own hoop. So now Kistner and Kolar exchange passes. 35 seconds remain. Kolar driving into enemy territory. Kolar triple teamed. Kistner able to come away with the haywire pass. Kistner at half court and is fouled with 27 seconds remaining. So that's the 5th foul of the quarter for Northland. So the Eagles are now in the bonus with a 4-point lead. 27 seconds remaining. Kistner, who's got 7 points on the day, will try to extend that. First free throw is butter. 5 points is the difference now, as Evan Murfield will sub back in for the Eagles, as well as Remy Troutner. 48-43 with one more Caden Kistner free throw still pending. This one won't go. And Baragu tried to get the rebound. He won't. And he stepped out of bounds in the process of touching the basketball. So it will be Eagles basketball with 25.9 seconds remaining. As that small Eagles student section is loud and on their feet. So they will inbound it from deep inside enemy territory. Now it's Matucci with it on the right wing, immediately fouled by Johnson. So Matucci, who's got 14 on the night, second leading scorer for these Eagles, just behind Cam Kolar, who's got 18. Matucci with 14, again, looks to extend it. He's been a stellar free throw shooter all year. What has he got? Well, he's got to make. 24.4 seconds remain. It's a 6-point game. Matucci, 1 free throw still to go. This one, splash. James will take it down quickly. Now Slade in the left wing. Johnson heads inside. He's fouled on his drive by what looks to be Remy Troutner with 17.2 remaining. So it will stay Vikings basketball. 7 points is the difference. 50-43 is the score. He'll lob it up to Mbaragu. Now James from the left wing. James won't hit the three ball. And now it's Kistner again who gets the rebound and another foul, the 7th of the quarter. As Caden Kistner will head to the line to try to ice the game and send the Eagles to the regional semifinals. 11.1 seconds. 50-43. Kistner's got 8 on the day. He made his first the last time he was at the line, missed his second. If he can make these two, make it a 9-point game. Kistner drains it. 51-43. 2 for 3. And he will go 3 for 4. As book that one as it's in. James will quickly take it down, step back, won't hit. 4.8 seconds remain. Mbaragu seals it away from Matucci on the rebound, puts it in, but that will be it. Zeros hit the clock. And New Albany, for the second straight year, have beaten Northland in the district championship and are headed to the regional semifinal. 52-45 is the final score. What a game. Got a little worrisome there for New Albany, but they were able to come away with the win. What a game. As they will head back to Columbus with their heads high and play next Tuesday against the winner of this next game, Licking Heights and Westerville Central. Cam Kolar, what a night he had. He's been a pretty inconsistent player, but man, tonight he was on. 18 points, was tied with Deontay James for the leading scorer between both teams. Marco Matucci had 16, Caden Kistner 10, and Mbaragu for the Vikings with 12. However, the Vikings' comeback efforts were all in vain, as it was going to be nearly impossible against this high-powered Eagles offense. And really everything clicked here today. They may have started off slow. Again, they were down 5 about halfway through that first quarter. But then after that, it was all New Albany. Again, what a game. It's the Eagles' 15th win of the season. Now moved to 15-8 overall. As that will be the end of the season for the Northland Vikings. Really put up a fight. They're a stellar team with a stellar squad. A lot of young players. Deontay James, sadly, his last high school basketball game. But what a superstar for this Northland team. As the Eagles continue to celebrate on their sideline as they await their award. As once again, we apologize for the scoreboard issues. 52-45 is the final score. Eagles outlast the Vikings here in Mount Vernon Nazarene University. Once again, my name is Zach Flowers. Thank you so much for listening to EBN. Make sure to go, once again, check out our Instagram page at New Albany Broadcasting Club again in the spring season. We're looking to do boys and girls lacrosse, baseball, and boys tennis. So stay tuned for those updates via our Instagram. And once again, my name is Zach Flowers. Thank you so much for listening to the New Albany Broadcasting Club. We hope you catch us next time when we will head to the Ohio Expo Center for the regional semifinal as the Eagles will take on the winner of Licking Heights